315 Mobility. I got some smoke for y'all in NASA again. So right now, I'd like y'all to introduce Mobility. Yeah, that's me. And my brother, Jaze Mobility. You know what I'm saying? And right now, we gonna discuss this hating ass Tekashi now that Barbie Schmurda home. And we gonna dissect this shit, y'all. Break it down one by play. And here it go. Real talk. Right now, y'all, I'm gonna play the audio of this. Yeah, I mean, now y'all tell me how y'all feel about it in the comments. Hit that like and sub button for a nigga one time. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Have some decency and some respect on a YouTube nigga pedigree, man. But hear the video right here, y'all.
No, it's not Quavo. It's not Quavo. But everybody else, I see every.
You only seen it with one rapper, so who is it?
You only seen one rapper? Nigga, I see mad rappers posting shit about him.
No, how many rappers you seen next to Bobby Schmurda? How many?
At least 10. They just don't have no. Yo, they're just trying to. Yo, really, what I'm even saying is like, yo, I feel everybody trying to show him love is them trying to gain hype or being lit off his wave. Bobby was lit without industry.
So that's my. Now I want to say this, and you tell me how you feel about this. Why can't these type of guys, right? They first of all, they both are strong advocates, not saying they in the streets. You know what I mean? You got one the king of trolls, and you got one that's just a good, a natural media person, and he's just good at what he do. I'm even influenced by him in my styles to a lot of degrees. Shout out to Akademiks, you know what I mean? Like or not, he have a very good skill set. How do you feel about these type of people trying to tell you who gives a damn? If I was locked up, right, bro, and my man who was on that high peak level, let's say Fetty Wap, for instance, and then while I got locked up, Fetty Wap cooled down, but he stayed solid to me, wouldn't I be looking at him on a morality type of note, bro?
Look, this is what what Akademiks said, which is again, like they tell it like I said, you let a person talk enough, you gonna see who they really are. Tekashi asking him how many people Akademiks saying
Perpetuate negativity.
No. He said a lot of people were celebrating. He said who? It wasn't a lot. He said yes, it was. He's like who? He said at least 10. He said at least 10, right? So he said, well, then Akademiks say something that I 100% disagree with. He gonna say that they probably celebrating him, you know what I mean, so they could ride on his wave because he just came home. No. That's not it. That's not it. What's really happening is that you got to understand that these dudes like Bobby Schmurda's from the streets. You got to understand that a lot of these artists that we listen to is also real street niggas. They real, like they ain't just no
right.
You know what I mean? Talking. They really do this.
In the last 5 years, hip hop artists been dying at an all-time rate. So clearly, there got to be some realistic value to it.
The streets. So I'm saying, if you imagine, you hear that he did some legendary things when it came to what he did in his situation. You don't see a lot of people do what he did, especially being who he was at the time he did it. I'm a hip hop artist. I'm well known. I got hit record, at least one, right?
Right.
I get caught up in the mix. You know, I got money to pay for lawyers and everything. I get caught up in the mix, and they trying to work a deal with me so that I can get less time. Instead of me getting less time, I maneuver situations where my man get less time and I get more.
All right.
He comes home early. I do the extra tip.
So that's solid.
That's why he's being celebrated. He's being celebrated because he was a solid dude that stayed there. That's the opposite of what 6ix9ine. did.
Right. So let's continue into the video because there's more to dissect for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on. All right.
Three niggas. So when industry niggas are all trying to surround him because he's getting out, I'm looking at that to say, Bobby, remove yourself from them and get back on your shit by yourself. Because them niggas, they're cold. Don't try to hop in the freezer with them and try to heat up their movement. That's going to be defrost.
So put a name on this, huh?
See, all they looking for is the, hey, who's hot now? See, that corny ass, they ain't no real value in the shit they talking about. They only saying, hey, if they ain't on the charts, it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, I can't, even though Akademiks bang with 6ix9ine, I can't see him just hanging with this guy every day because he's shallow. But, you know, they both shallow. But I digress.
Yeah, they both shallow.
Yes.
Yeah, they both shallow. But
Tell these niggas
go ahead.
right now, stop.
Alright,
Dick riding. It's called dick. They got dick on their mouth.
Nigga. Alright, let me look at some people who are around.
Put a name on this, huh?
Nigga, you know how people was at his release party?
I ain't talking about that. Who's the nigga picking him up?
No, I don't think. No, I can't say Quavo because they had that whole Schmigo shit going on.
I'm asking.
I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with Fetty, but I seen Fetty there and I was like, Fetty.
Yo, let me ask you something.
Who?
Yo.
Yeah.
Is your man that picked him up ice cold right now?
Quavo?
You know who I'm talking about. Is he ice cold or is he flaming hot?
His relationship popping.
Let me see the...
Hold on. Pause it right there.
Shout out to Akademiks for dodging. Don't let that rat get you in trouble. That's right, Akademiks.
Pause it real quick. Hold on. Listen to the This is how you know he's like, this dude is a sucker, man. He asking real sucker questions. Like,
right.
I just came home from doing a bid. He said, who was the person that picked him up? Is he hot? Nigga, does he have to be hot?
To pick him up from jail?
To pick him up from jail? Like, yo, what is you talking about? Just because I ain't hot don't mean I ain't rich, nigga. And just because I may not be hot right now don't mean I'm not looking out for a real one.
Quavo was on.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask this question then. Hey, Tekashi, nigga, when you came home, who picked you up? Was he hot?
Or was it with the goddamn federales, nigga?
Why is you even asking these questions? You know your butt hurt because that nigga being celebrated by the top niggas in the industry, and you are ostracized. Nobody will touch you with a 10-foot pole.
God dang on right. Let's get back.
That's why you asking those questions.
Eat that dick up, boy. Here you go.
Let me see what this chat talking about. Ask him if he's ice cold or flaming hot.
Alright, I'm about to tell you right now.
They saying ice cold.
So then,
they said freezing cold. Nah, them niggas saying let it go. Let it go.
no. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. But it doesn't even matter. Yo, that's genuine though. That's genuine. Genuine shit you got. Who was fucking with Bobby the most before Bobby got locked up? Which industry niggas? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. The industry niggas I know, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm always keep it honest. It was the Migos and it was Meek. Meek used to give him advice, and the Migos used to say Schmigo. Let's be honest. So, whether you think that, I don't even think, are we really saying Quavo ice cold?
Yeah, they saying, was you surprised?
No.
You should let him get his own shine.
Why would, first of all, See, this what bothers me, yo. Like, Migos, the reason why the Migos are actually have, digressed a little bit is due to the fact how hot they were.
And they was
They
putting
was
out
getting
too
so much music. They had to fall back. They already reached their pinnacle of superstar stardom. They already put out individual like products, which they didn't really was that successful. Quavo, who we thought was actually going to be the top one, he actually had the worst one, and Offset was very good at his, and I would definitely say that Takeoff is very underrated in my opinion.
I like
yeah.
Takeoff doing the most.
Yeah, so like but out of that, we know from the popular consensus that Takeoff John pretty much. I mean, Offset pretty much got that like kind of notoriety. He got pushed into those big features and all that, but Quavo is Quavo because then when they tried to count him out, that's when the Pop Smoke records and things like that came out. And then he just started being a superstar, just living his life and going into other ventures. It wasn't that the dude is calmed down and simmer. It's like, so, and who is a person that was buying views? You bought views, bro. Why's you? Yo.
Listen. It's like this, man. You got to look at it like, I'm gonna venture out to say that Migos they're iconic. They're icons in hip hop. Whenever you hear somebody doing ad libs, who got the best ad libs? You be thinking like if you joking around with somebody rapping and you see somebody they mimic the Migos ad lib style. That's signature. Anybody who even tries to do that, they're like, oh, this nigga trying to sound like the Migos. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
When somebody say all that, right?
Right.
So, and they are beloved by hip hop culture. Period. Stop playing. Like Tekashi is not.
Man, let's hear these fools.
Yeah, like. All right, okay. All right, baby. So this is what we're gonna see. Cause him picking them up, I don't have a problem with it. Now, if Quavo tried to be on like the next 4 songs that Bobby dropped, all right, bro, chill. You feel me? But him picking them up, that's not a problem. My chat is a little bit ruthless, but I ain't gonna lie. Bobby gained. I was telling you earlier. Bobby, 2.3 million people start following this page one day.
Now watch this,
nigga. That's kind of dope.
How many I gained in one day?
I hate. What kind of nigga, dog? You say, yo, bro, a nigga just came home from jail, bro. 2.3 million in one day just started following the nigga. Now, that goes into the conversation that you had, Jaze, when you was like, yo, that's all of those in the last 6 years. And those 12-year-olds that from that 12 to 14 to that 18 to 20-year-old that missed these last 6 years, they really going to tap into him because now they're seeing the character and how he's being praised. So that going to make you go look into his catalog, and that's what's happening. So, but this guy, he's going to sit here, and the first thing he say out of his mouth is, how many I got in one day? Dude. You were a rat, nigga.
Cares.
Yeah, you was a rat. Coming home in federal custody, hiding. You actually moved out your crib because a white chick saw you on a balcony. Fuck is you talking about?
You getting like a little 10 million a week.
He's still in jail. Technically, he's still in prison. He's just not in physical prison because he can't really move about freely.
No, what he did was he made the world his internet, and he's totally fine there. Do you think he don't need to live in the real world? Bro, this guy don't listen, man, he don't need to, of course it's eating him up inside. But you think that this guy, you look at him, you think he's about to get on the internet and be a human being to show vulnerability? This is an ultimate supreme rat.
No, what I'm saying is he doesn't have a choice. what else is he gonna do? He can't really move around free. He can't be around anybody really that's of any street. Like he can't rub elbows with anybody in the industry. Nobody will be caught dead with this dude. So he's so isolated. The only thing he can do is lash out. That's what he's doing. He's so hurt by seeing somebody who went to prison just like him, but comes home celebrated as a hero, and he comes home and is looked at like what he is.
Nigga, not only as a hero, you got to understand something. His homie came home a few months after you and got celebrated. Shout out to Rowdy Rebels. You know what I mean? Y'all can go watch my video. That thing at like 17K almost. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, you got that guy. The guy coming home months after you. Months. Did more time than you. And then he come home months after you. You gotta be throwing up in your mouth. I digress.
There's levels to this shit or not?
He might get 10 million a week. It's just been 2 days.
Yo, listen, I'm asking you something. Is there levels to this shit or not?
All right.
See what the chat talking about.
Hold on, no. I'm gonna hit you with.
See what the chat talking about.
No, I'm gonna hit you with what they say on Instagram.
Let me see what the chat talking about.
Nigga, you know what they say? You know what they say now when you mention that? They said, yo, they don't care about that. They care about the billboards. Somebody, they say,
They wilding me up. Nigga can't outsell Ice Cube right now.
You see how he kept asking Akademiks to put a name on it, but he directly saying he just said someone couldn't sell an Ice Cube right now, but he ain't put no name on it. You see how he trying to put Akademiks in the line of fire, and he wants somebody to crash out with him, bro?
Man, I knew, like, remember I told you before we had this conversation, I told you, I said, he can't help but mention Bobby Shmurda. There's no way he's not going to talk about him. There's no way.
In 2 weeks, it's going to be so bad for him, it's going to be ridiculous.
hey, listen, I'm always...
So hold on for a second. Here's what it will become. Just imagine the possibility. What do you think? Like Bobby Shmurda, obviously you done heard by now that this rat is got his name in his mouth, right? So what do you think? Like if Bobby Shmurda replies to him, would it be productive or counterproductive? That's what I'm trying to imagine. Like if I was Shmurda and I hear this nigga talk about, I knew he was gonna talk about me, and then he talking about me, talking about I'm not hot. Do I feel like I need to say? Do I need to address it, or should I just let him just? That's gonna be the interesting thing is to watch next. I want to see if Bobby say something or not say nothing.